All right, we will get started. Low budget. Hey, Icadell. I just started. I took away, look it, you're just on time. This is my low budget for now, starting stream. I don't have a webcam yet, so I'm streaming from my phone. So yeah, this is my low budget starting in 5 minutes. And today I decided I'm gonna make some flowers. So I've got 3 that I've made before, and I thought I would give it a try with a different technique this time. Last time I used pure watercolors, and this time I'm gonna try to use ink, like stamping ink. So I've got all my stamping inks here, and I've seen it done, so I'm hoping that'll work. So I'm doing a first on stream, which is always a good idea, right? And I'm using new tools because I bought these water brushes that have the water like right inside for watercoloring. So that's going to be a first. But I brought my backup. I brought my real watercolors that I know work, and I brought my real paintbrushes that I know work, and that's it. So I was just gonna chill and make some flowers and chit chat. So how was your day? I've got all my flowers cut out already, and they're in like many pieces. So we've got, each flower has a small one like this and 2 bigger ones. And then once they're painted, we take them and we glue them like this. And then each one is glued like that, and then we layer them up. And then I've got these little things. Sorry about the noise. Got these little centers that we take apart and we put in the middle to make that nice little thingy in the middle. And then I've got the sticks. I didn't get to cut out leaves for these flowers because my machine was acting up today. But we have these green stems, and then you wire it on, and then you take the wire, the green paper tape, and tape over it, and then I'm gonna make some leaves too to go with it. So that's what we're gonna make. I've made an entire bouquet similar to this before. I used this pattern, but I used color paper, and that was it. Kind of ASMR. You had a chill day, just in the house resting. Well, that's good. So do you have a color preference? You want to pick the color of my first flower? If we're going to stick with inks, these are the options right now. I don't know if you can see them all. Yellow, red, okay, like really red, like this one. I also have this red, but I don't know if this one is going to work very well. It's like a strawberry, raspberry type color. The real red. All right, this is my very first time doing any technique like this. I've never even done this technique before. So, you know, why not try it on stream? That's always the best place to try out something new. But I've watched videos, so I should be a pro at this, right? All right, so we're gonna take our pieces here, and I think we're gonna start with the middle one first, the smallest one. And all you do is smush down the ink onto, oh, I bumped the wire, sorry. Camera's gonna jiggle a bit. So all you do is put the ink down on the glass and come in. Yeah, I'm not gonna like this. I'm gonna have to take out my real paintbrushes. This doesn't give enough water for watercolor. Well, that was a fail. Oh, I wonder if I just use water. There we go. So we just want to like go dark to lighter. And that's about it. Tomorrow you're having somebody come and look at your internet? I hope that gets worked out for you. I'm actually going to, here we go. Got a couple of little things here for water for backup. I'm going to try spritzing some water down. See if that'll help. So we don't want too much water. And then it'll let me do a lighter red too. We'll just go in later and go darker. So I thought this would be nice for Valentine's Day. Let's get a couple of flowers made up. This actually doesn't work too badly for, it's very much like watercolor, except I'm not very good at watercolor techniques. I probably should be laying water down first, is probably what I should be doing. Get this wet. Yes, they came yesterday, but they didn't change the router. They only changed a thing in the setting that didn't work, so it's frustrating for Bruno. Yeah, I bet. Are you able to do your work, though? At least? Like, is it just because his requires more power in the internet? But it's very frustrating. I know my stream went down yesterday because my camera died, and I felt like, oh no. And I mean, I was just doing it for fun. He does it so regularly. Normally works enough to do regular stuff. It's really frustrating too that, you know, when they've got to try, oh, let's try this and let's try that and let's try that, and you tried 50 things before they finally decide, okay, you know what, we're going to give you a new one because these other things aren't working. So that's frustrating. I'm using real watercolor paper here. I don't know how I did those ones so well. Should have started with the outside ones and practiced a bit. And I can go to the office. If I have a real problem, but Bruno's streaming is his work. Exactly. Yeah, that's the frustrating part. At least you can go do it somewhere else. You can knock on the neighbor's door and say, hey, can I borrow your computer? I promise I won't be too loud. So I'm just like, there's no real, flowers are not perfect, so I don't like this water brush though. I'm really new to watercolor. This is gonna work out though. Do you buy the flowers? No, actually I have a machine that cuts out paper. Like, it's like a Cricut, but it's called a Brother Scan and Cut. So I have the cut file, and then I send it off to my machine and cut it out that way. So these flowers actually are from Brother themselves. They have like a gallery of different things that you can download and use in your machine, and this is one of them. There's a whole bouquet. There's roses too. So I cut these out today. I was having a hard time with my machine. It wouldn't cut up, it wouldn't link up to the Wi-Fi, so I couldn't send the cut file to the machine. Luckily, because I had made this before, I had saved it in the machine itself, so I cut a few out, but that's why I don't have the the leaves because those are in my computer. I finally got it set up, but decided I would just do this without the leaves anyways because it takes a while to cut them out. Oh, what is that sound? Hello, Chisaki. I was talking to you earlier. How you doing? Welcome in. We're just making flowers, and I'm trying watercolor for, well, I made these ones, goodness, I think we're going on 2 years now and haven't touched watercolor since. So I'm kind of rusty, and I'm very new to crafting. I started 2 years ago. Hey, Jessie. I started crafting 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, but I don't get to do it nearly enough, so I would say that I'm still very new at crafting. I have big plans, big ideas. You know the drill. You were there when Ashley was talking about it. I'm the same way. So I thought it would be nice to make up some of these little flowers for Valentine's Day. Maybe give some to some colleagues at work. Depends on how many I get done. At this rate, I don't know that I'll get very many done. I may or not have plugged you in Ash's Discord. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ashley. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're making flowers. I was working on this all day to be able to stream. And, yeah, so finally I was able to stream. I was working on it during your stream, but I was enjoying your stream so much that I couldn't get it done very quickly. I am here alone. I'm going to do a couple of shout outs here. I was in Ashley's stream earlier today, and we had a really good time. She's a lot like me. So if you enjoy hanging out with me, you're going to enjoy hanging out with her. And we know Jessie, but Jessie is amazing as well. So we can check you out. And Chisaki, do you stream as well? No? Okay, well, when you do, let me know and I'll give you a shout out too. And let's do a shout out for Bruno. Icadel is here. Let's get a shout out for Bruno. Bruno does Minecraft. That's actually how sort of how I met Jessie. Because, I mean, there was subscribers when Ship was playing there. But Bruno was streaming, and there was a couple of other people, and we met in a couple of streams, and so Bruno is awesome. If you do enjoy watching Minecraft too, check him out. And Icadel is here, his lovely girlfriend. I think I'm going to make this darker. She chose the red. She wanted a red flower, so I'm going to make this darker in the middle. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to replicate these flowers that I made 2 years ago. I don't remember how I did it. And I'm trying to replicate with a totally different medium. I used watercolors for these ones, but I'm using ink for this one, so very, very different. Just layer it on. And I find too, I'm starting to go a little bit so dark that, oh, there. Oh, I like that. Okay. So we just need to go directly getting, sorry guys if I move the camera. I've got my phone plugged in and I keep bumping the wire that's running across the front of me. Yeah, this is going to be good. We'll make it work, right? And I would love to join your Discord, Ash. If you want to send a link, or somebody send me an invitation. Jessie, I think we're friends. You could send it to me. I think we're going to need to water this down a bit. That's the thing too with watercolors, is it's kind of sometimes easy to fix, but kind of sometimes easy to mess up quickly too. I want to blend that so I can go darker down lower, because I've already gone dark enough. I really think I'm going to change paintbrushes. Let's see which one would be a better one. I have no idea. This one looks well used. I must like it. Thank you. Thanks, Jess. I told Ship that you said he was a nice guy, and he told me that to tell you that he was taken already. So, I don't know how much you guys want to know about this, but I cut this out on my brother's Scan and Cut, and it's cut out of watercolor paper, so it's really thick, and then we can paint it, and it takes the paint really well. And I've got an area about the size of like 3 feet by 3 feet to work in, so I'm pretty crammed right now, but that's okay. One day I'll have a nice area to be able to work in. So how did the rest of your days go? Some of you went out and did some adulting. I ended up making part of supper. Ship made meatloaf yesterday, so I offered to make the rice for today to go with it. He made it yesterday to warm up for today. Ooh. Oh goodness. That scared me. It only played a partial bit. Welcome in, Elric. How are you? Oh goodness. Still adulting laundry. Well, that's fun. Enjoy the work and get that done. There we go. I missed a spot. It was white. Oh, goodness. My little heart's going from that gas sound. I didn't think they worked because I was on mobile. I was going to disable them because I figured those types of alerts shouldn't be in a crafting stream. If my mom's here, we're going to scare the glitter right out of her. These flowers are beautiful. Did I miss what you do with these once they're finished? I'm just going to, I was thinking of giving them, maybe, I might give them to my principal tomorrow at work for Valentine's Day. Is it going to be that kind of stream, Elric? Yeah, so no, all I do is put them on a stem, and I had made an entire bouquet of colored ones. Like, I used colored paper, which is what it was intended for, colored paper, and there's also a pattern for a rose, and I made a bouquet for my mom for Mother's Day, and also for my sister because she performs in she was performing in a play. So instead of buying her flowers, I made her a bouquet of paper flowers. And for these ones, I just felt like making flowers. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. Most of the flowers I've made have been just, like, Ship doesn't understand how relaxing it can be. I'll show you, if you give me 1 sec, I'll show you flowers I've made where I just sit there and they sit in a container for whenever I may or may not need them. So these ones came in handy. I used to have 6 of them, and we went to visit my mom at one point during COVID, and we hadn't seen her in probably about 6 months. So we just grabbed a couple flowers and brought her some of those just to, because we missed her and hadn't seen her in a while. So the kids each grabbed a flower and gave her a flower when we knocked on her door, so that was nice. It's nice to have something handmade on hand, ready to go. Yeah, so I'm going to show you just a few of the flowers I've made, if you're interested. They're not painting ones, like these ones here. Put this to dry. I think I'm going to leave that and come back to it, because if I work at it too much, I'm going to be upset with it. Sorry about the clicking. Like Adele says, it's ASMR for crafters. So these are just like little cutout flowers that I can put on cards and stuff, but they're embossed. So this was my grandmother's flower. So it's just a flower punch, and then you put them in this other little thing, and they're actually embossed in 3D. So you can't really tell there, but then there's these ones I've made with scrap paper. Once I do a craft and I've got some scrap paper, I just cut out the flowers with punches that I have, and then I layer them up and bend them and work them and stuff. That's a few of those ones. And then one day I sat down for a few hours and made, I'm not even kidding you, probably about 200 little cherry blossoms. They're just little tiny little cherry blossoms. They're in another container. But these are some of the other ones I've made. So in here, these are teeny tiny little rolled roses for a wedding card I had made. They're so teeny tiny. And that was white paper. And I rolled them up. I don't know how to get it in front of the camera. But they're just tiny. These took a lot of time to make. So I've got some white ones. But they're fun to make. And then bigger roses that I've made. Those were all white paper. Actually, other than the ones that are like clearly a pattern paper, these were all made from white paper. Yes. These are made with gel pens, colored in with gel pens. And I'll just sit there and make flowers. And then I never use them because I don't know what to put them on. But I mean, I can put them on any card at any time. If I would just plan a card, oh, the glue let go on that one. If I just plan a card ahead of time to work around the colors of the flowers. But most of the time what I do is I make a card, and then thanks for the creeper. And then I make a card, and then I'm trying to match up with the flowers, and I can't. These are watercolors too. They're just plain little, I don't know, they look like little Hawaiian flowers. So that was experimenting. When I first I got some watercolor pencils. So you color and then you use water to do it. And these are teeny tiny little tulips. They're so tiny. There's 3 pieces to each one of this. I had to put them together with tweezers. So these are super tiny. I don't know, I keep moving the wrong way. And then with stream delay, it takes a while for me to even see if you see what I see. So that's some of my flowers that I've made. And I haven't done any crafting really for almost 2 years. So I'm just really starting to take the time to do it a little bit more now. So that's where I am. How long does one of these take normally? You know what? I don't know. Trying to think. I mean, I can get one put together if I practiced a little bit more and got a few of them done. Like the first one could probably take me about half an hour, 40 minutes. But then as I go and I get the techniques going a lot faster, like this one here, there's almost no change in the color variation. So that one probably, I don't even know how long that took me. But I'm not loving this ink technique so much, but I don't mind the effect, but it's harder to work with, I find. Like watercolors spread a lot better. I think this is going to be nice. The longest thing really actually is what you have to do is you have to take these and then glue them like that. And the longest part was, and then I've got like little clothespins here that I put on there. I think I used my smaller clothespins for this. But once it's glued on there, you put the clothespin to hold it there for a while until it dries. And I think that was one of the longest things, was just waiting for it to dry. So I think what we're going to do, normally I do like all the painting and then I let it dry for a while and then I come back and work at it again. And then, or that's what I did with these anyways. A sucker for pink anything. Pink is beautiful. I'm purple. I'm very partial to purple. So this one here, we're not going to have, if you look at this one here, we're only going to see like about this much of the leaf. So we're going to make sure that there's some coloring and detailing outside of that. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something different this time. I'm going to go in dark first with because I really don't remember how I did those other ones, but whatever technique I used worked really well. So I think I had done this and then kind of lightened it out, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I'll get some more water. And I keep hitting that wire that's plugged my phone, got my phone plugged into. Last night we made a sympathy card. I just wanted to make a card actually. I had made the card on Wednesday, I think it was. I worked on report cards non-stop for the last like 2-3 weeks. And my second night after doing that, I mean the first night I just slept all night, all afternoon and all night. But the next night, I think it was Wednesday, I came down here and made a card just because. And then I liked it so much, and it was really not the type of card I usually make. But I thought, okay, this is going to be the very first card I ever make on stream. And so last night was my very first crafting stream. I usually do, I've done Minecraft streams, I just started, not that long ago. Oh, the power just went off in the whole neighborhood. Now you're watching stream in the dark on my phone. Oh no, I hope it comes back on. We'll keep you company. Is there a storm, or is it just like a really odd, out of the ordinary type of power outage? Right now it's summer for Icadel. I don't know if there's a summer, like a thunderstorm, or... Icadel's in, I can't even say it the way she says it, but in Uruguay. Uruguay. Uruguay? You don't know what's happening, it's not usual? Oh, I hope everything's okay. We had that one time, there ended up being a fire at one of the, like the hydro stations. And it took a couple of hours to get our power back. I hope it's not anything like that. But we get it. We get storms and kicks out our power all the time. This is a really different way of doing it. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I mean, it's not going to be horrible. It just might not be what's in my mind. It's a nice thing with crafts. You can always just fix it and make it work. And the nice thing about flowers, because I'm quite a perfectionist too. Oh, thank you, Icadel. I'm loving doing it. The nice thing about flowers too, I'm quite a perfectionist. And it was easy for me to convince myself that it doesn't have to be perfect, because flowers, nature isn't perfect, and that's what makes it beautiful. So I think it helped me a little bit with the not needing to achieve perfection. So that really helped. Thank you. I'm working on it. I don't feel like I have talent. I feel like I'm good at this and I enjoy it. But I come from, like, my grandmother she was the type of person that could take, you know, bottle caps and scrap pieces of paper and in 2 minutes put something together that's just stunning, and that to me was talent. So I feel I work so hard at this that I don't know that it's, like, I don't feel like it's talent, but I guess it is. It just takes me longer to do it, whereas she had a natural eye for it and just did it. And that's, I mean, she turned me on to crafting. What one of my memories with my grandmother when I was little, she didn't babysit me often, because, well, she lived near me, but they spent like 6 months out of the year in Florida. So, but when I was like really younger, like, I don't know, I would say I was even 4, maybe 5. I was very young. There was a couple of times that my mom went to work and I went to my Nana's for the day. And what she did was she would take, stockings were really in style back then, like pantyhose. Women always wore pantyhose. And there's a cardboard, you know, in the pantyhose wrapper container thing. And she would free-handedly just draw something up quickly and then thread me a needle with colored thread, and I would sew around the picture she made, which was pretty much introduction to embroidery. And yeah, and I swear I was only about 4 or 5, because my little sister is 2 years younger than me, and she wouldn't have been old enough to do it, so, or to even do much of anything. So I really think I was probably about 5 years old doing embroidery with my Nana. As a music teacher, you used to say work, skills, talent. Yep, that is true. And that's what I have to kind of get out of my head, right? Bruno was talking about that in stream. Just because somebody's talented doesn't mean they don't work at it. And I guess maybe that's where I am. I work at it. I mean, I'm always happy and proud with what I've achieved, so that's good. So I have another one. Oh, here it is. And then we'll be able to possibly, maybe, assemble that if it dries on. I don't think this is going to dry enough to glue them. I can take my heat gun to them though. And you do a lot of artsy stuff too, Icadel, with being in music and with your new job. I'm so afraid to... I thought I was doing really good at always reading chat until... And I always watch my streams. I don't know. Will that stop? Like, I don't think you can watch every single stream you've ever made all the time, right? Sorry, there might be a bit of noise. I'm looking for my scissors. I put everything here, but then I piled more stuff on top. This one didn't quite cut out very well. But yeah, I've watched streams and then noticed, oh, I missed that in chat. I feel really bad for not answering that. You studied visual arts? I thought you studied music. Visual arts is very nice. So you would know the talent. My daughter was in stream last night too. She was crafting along with me, but doing something different. She's working with polymer clay and making earrings. And she's been painting them. So she made some polymer earrings for Christmas for a couple of people. And she made them like shapes. She made some mushrooms and she made, I don't know, a couple of other things. Then she decided to try painting on them. So what she's started doing is actually painting sceneries from different cities, like really popular sceneries from different cities that represent the cities. So she did one from one of the cities well, not one of the cities we're from, the city we're from. And she's in Montreal right now, so she did a couple that represent Montreal. And a couple of other ones. They're really pretty. She did some statues, and I don't know where the statue is famous, but some little Canadian cities anyways. And she's super artsy. She's been artsy for a long time, and she went into architecture. She's doing her master's this year. She's in Montreal actually working for her master's. And my son called me last night. Oh my goodness, I have to share this picture with you guys somewhere. Sorry, my son on this week called me and said he was making a rose for his girlfriend out of metal. And he sent me a picture today, and he pounded the metal and bent the metal and welded it all together and made her this beautiful, stunning metal rose. It's gorgeous. He studied visual arts in university. He played for a couple of years in the orchestra, but he didn't study in that. Oh, okay. I knew you played in an orchestra. And you missed that stream. Yeah, last night was my very first craft stream. I went live. I started going live. I think I told Chip at like 7 o'clock I was gonna stream for the first time crafting. And then I called my mom and I said, hey Mom, you want to hang out with me? And my mom's the best. She said, oh, okay. I said, because I'm going to be streaming crafting. But she understood Minecrafting, and she does not understand Minecraft at all. And I didn't know that's what she understood. And she said, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not busy. Sure, I'll hang out with you. It'll be fun. And so I got her set up on Twitch. That took her a while. We couldn't figure out how to get her set up while she's explaining to me what she sees on her phone and the whole bit. So finally, an hour later, I said, okay, good. So I'll go live soon and I'll let you know. And she said, okay, so what are you going to be doing in Minecraft? I said, oh no, I'm like crafting. Oh, good. I'm excited. So she was going to humor me and come hang out with me while I did Minecraft, even though she doesn't understand a thing, just to hang out with me. That's love, when your mom will pretend to be interested in what you're talking about or doing just to make you feel good. You've got a good role model. And I'm so happy you used that lovely word, because lovely is the word that I always associate my grandmother with. And crafting is kind of like, it's my moment with her, you know. Oh no, I'm going too dark. Yeah, so my Nana always used the word lovely. She was British and always used the word lovely. You know, you'd call her up and say, hey, you want some company? And, oh, that would be lovely. She didn't have an English accent. I don't know why I kind of almost did an English accent, but so hearing the word lovely when I'm crafting, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the heat gun to this so that we can assemble this, because we want to see what this is going to look like finished, right? You guys don't want to see it like in a couple of days from now in a picture. I think this is working out fairly well. I think we're gonna make it a little bit darker here. Use up some of this leftover ink. I wish I would stop moving that. I can see the camera moving. Sorry guys. Ship ordered me a webcam today, so I'll be able to stream with a webcam set up properly instead of with my phone plugged in so it doesn't die. These are actually really quite wet. I'm glad I was going to just use white cardboard, and I'm glad I went, or cardstock. I'm glad I decided to go with the watercolor paper. This one doesn't have much definition in it. Hey Satan, how you doing? Welcome in. We're making flowers tonight. So this is my attempt at making flowers, or recreating flowers that I made about 2 years ago. So we're gonna, this is my first one right here. These 3 here are the ones that I've made in the past. So I'm rusty at this. I haven't made them in a while, so we're gonna see if I still got it. I'm gonna put this aside, try to let it dry. That center, oh, this center one is already almost dry. What color center should we go with? Should we go with a white center or the red, which I don't know if it's the right red. I must have a red bouquet of these open already. I've already made one. Yeah, right here. I'm going to strip all this off of it. Do the red on red. The white. There's this, no, this is too purpley. It looked pink over there, but once I got it closer, it's purpley. Okay, well, we will take the red apart. So we have to take these apart and then reassemble them, because this is too thick and we want them more like, I like them kind of more like that than bunched up together. So we take it apart and then we, you know what? No, I think what I did was I just stripped. That is what I did. I just stripped this off. See, it's been 2 years. I don't remember what I've done. But we want them open up. There we go. I'm a messy crafter. Very messy. We'll twist that together. And we don't put these in until the end anyways. But we can get a kind of an idea of what it'll look like. This will be like this. I'll just wrap it around. I wonder if that would be better if I actually did it like that. Put it in before gluing it. Last time I know for a fact I just poked a hole in there. But yeah, I think the red is pretty. Hello, Mama Supreme. I can see you. Can you see us? This is my mom, guys. Last night she was here, but she couldn't chat. Yay! Now you can talk to us. So I'm making these flowers that I made a couple of years ago, and I brought you a few of them not long ago. The kids brought you one when we went to visit. So we're gonna try to recreate and make some more. So, and we're using a different technique. These ones were with watercolors, and these ones I did with, you know, when you smush your ink and then you use water. So we did that. Nice, yes, I have them in your... You put them in with your other bouquet that I gave you, right? When I made you the one for Mother's Day with the colored flowers and the roses, I think. So I can introduce you to a few people. You met Satan last night, Mum, kind of, sort of. And Icadel is Bruno's girlfriend. And Ashtree Lee is a fellow crafter streamer, and I met her through Jessie Omega, who's in here too. And there was, I always can't pronounce the name unless I'm reading it because I'm streamer. That's a streamer thing. Streamers are really bad at pronouncing names. If you butcher people's names, you know you're a real streamer. Chizaki was here, and people butcher my name all the time. They call me Supremedoom, or today I got no, not today. One of the days I got Super Boom, Supreme. I don't know. I get a couple of them. So I go visit real streamers because they butcher my name. So I'm trying to think whether or not I should step away and use the heat gun on these so we can glue them up. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to set up my heat gun. Yeah, Super Boom. Oh, I didn't disable those links. Sorry, guys. I should have disabled those links. Oh, wow. Now I'm getting whispers to buy followers. They're not just coming into my streams, they're sending me whispers. Okay, I seem to have misplaced my heat gun. I wonder... Well, you guys might believe it, but my mom won't. I put it away. That's why I couldn't find it. It was exactly where it belongs. So I'm just going to plug it in. And this might be loud for a sec. That one's done. That one's done. There. Heat guns are amazing. I did. I put it away. Ship won't believe me. My mom won't believe me. So we're going to do this. This is how I did it with these guys too. Is you take these balls, and this is an old mouse pad that I have. And I'm going to use this one, I think. And you just roll it around on there, and it'll curl your your petals to give them that. This is probably shaking my table and camera a lot. Oh, I'm going to use the smaller end. And when you do that, it makes the paper curl and gives it the leaf look. So this is what I did to a bunch of those little flowers. when I said I made like 200 cherry blossoms. The cherry blossoms are about half that size, and each one of them I took and I did this on it and curled them all up and put a tiny little gem in the middle of each. So these ones don't curl as well as the small ones because there's so much more paper to do, but it really adds an extra dimension to them. The ball things, I got those on Amazon. They're actually, I believe they're made for, like I got all of these things. They're for clay, working with clay. So I only use the balls. But yeah, they're... Am I not seeing live? There we go. That was strange. This is the second time I've come back live, but it wasn't showing. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if any of you guys are still here. I hope so. We're about to do some voodoo magic. All right, well, I will keep doing this. And, oh, hey Satan, thank you for sticking around. Yeah, I plugged in my phone so it wouldn't happen like it did last night where my stream died. But I plugged it into my old computer, and I guess the computer went to sleep and stopped charging. Because I made sure it was charging before I went live, and it was, but yeah, so that's what happened. No! Oh, okay, it just stuttered. It's still going, right? Okay. It kind of stuttered on my thing. I thought it ended again. Hello, Jessie. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry about that. I don't know if Mama stayed around. So yeah, that heat gun is super amazing. It like dries so fast. And then what we're gonna do with this is you just kind of turn the leaves and see how it gives them like a nice little natural curve to them. So we're going to take the liquid glue. I love this liquid glue. I don't have as good a precision tip as Ash does. This is just a plastic one, but I cut it really tiny. And we're gonna glue that. I'm gonna take my clothespin that we don't use as clothespins. We use them as crafting tools. And we're gonna hold that together so it dries properly, just like that. And then we're going to put another one together. And I really hope we can get this assembled tonight. Should be lots of time. Be able to see the finished product. And this is so relaxing, just sitting here rolling around on the paper. Like super relaxing. So I got to ask everybody else, but I don't think I heard what you and what Jessie and Satan were up to today. And actually, you know what works really well, but I don't know where I put it. I stole Ship's old mouse pad. He got a new one, and it was like, oh yes, that mouse pad is going to be perfect for rolling my flowers. Yay, I'm back! And you get to see the voodoo. So we put one piece together. So we've got the little curvatures on the leaves here. Preparing for some TNT at your giant dig. Ooh! Are you doing like a huge perimeter? Okay. We should be back now. We are back. I swear. Goodness. I almost asked you today, Ash, how did you stream from your phone and still have it live on your computer? Because my phone dies all the time. And I didn't, because I was like, oh no, Ship's buying me a webcam. I'm going to have a webcam, so I'm not going to need it. I should have asked. All right. Thank you for anyone who stuck around. I see there's still 5 people here. I plugged it into the wall instead of my computer, so now it should be able to keep up with the charging, because it wasn't really keeping up being plugged into the computer. So hopefully, this will solve our problem, because this is very frustrating to keep going down like this, especially when it's on my own ridiculousness of not being plugged in. Oh, you're here, Mom. You don't have to refresh. Refresh would be just if you don't see that I'm... Sometimes you still see chat, but you don't see the stream. Do you see the stream? Like, do you see me streaming, or do you just see the chat and hear me? I'm going to move this over a bit. There we go. If you see the stream, you don't have to refresh. If you don't see the stream on mobile, you would have to like close it and come back. I don't know if you can hear me. I guess you maybe don't hear me, that's why you're not. And I've got glue stuck in my tip here. All right, good. Yeah, I guess she doesn't see stream. So hopefully this will be the last time. If it goes down again, I think we're gonna call it a night. And we will wait for me to get my proper setup, because this is frustrating for everyone. All right, so piece number 2. And hello, Mummy. We'll get that clothespin on there to hold it in place. And this one here. Oh, this one's much lighter. I wonder how that's gonna... I think that'll be fine. I think this was the first one I made. Getting back into the groove of things, and sorry for the noise, the dog is upstairs moving around. Piece number 3. And we'll clip that to hold it together. And then I'm going to get my needle out, the one that's not full of glue. So I just made one full of glue. I had another one. And we're gonna need hot glue gun. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. So I don't care for these, and I bought 12 of them, so that was a good investment. And we'll put this away. I was just telling Ship, I cut out 2 flowers today, and then I was like, oh, we're gonna need much more than that. I'm gonna make tons of flowers. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, thinking that I would get 7 done in one stream. But we all know that I think I can do so much more in so little time. I'm delusional. All right, I'm gonna put this away. And I'm gonna need my glue gun, so I'm gonna grab that. Forgot to grab that. I thought I grabbed everything I was gonna need for this stream. No, you know what? We're not gonna use a glue gun. That's not what I used last time. I used regular glue last time. I just filled the center, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick with what I know. Alrighty. Oh, okay, if it goes down, we're not gonna come back. Hopefully it doesn't go down. It keeps stuttering on me. Just gonna check it out here. It's charging, so it shouldn't go down. I'm up to 11% now, and I was only at 5 when I started the stream this time. So we should be good. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer these together. First, I'm gonna poke a hole in each one so we can get that little thing through there, the centerpiece. These should be dry enough to take these off. We're gonna poke it through. I'm gonna use scissors instead of wire cutters. Shouldn't be using these tiny scissors, but so we're going to poke it through this little hole that I made with the pin. I don't know if I'm even working in front of you guys here. Oh, come on, don't do this in front of my friends. Do it properly. Seems to still be a little bit of that green paper on there. That's what's stopping it. That's okay. I have a backup plan. I thought this might happen. So what I did was I got other little wires that don't have paper on them. Right here. And we're going to use this because I think that might be what I used last time. And we're going to use white since the center has white on it. So these are just like little wires for flowers. And I'm really sorry that everyone's first experience in my stream is crash, crash, crash. Feed that through. They're all hooked on there. Fold it in half and twist. Then we can feed that through. There, that's working better. These wires are a little thicker too. And then when we glue gun it, or sorry, when I put the glue in there, we're going to stand those up properly. Oh, and this glue wasn't fully dried. Of course not. We're trying to speed run through a craft. I'll just hold it for a second. That should glue fairly quickly. Should dry. Yeah, already. It's sticking. All right, now we're gonna, I think this is the first one I did. Is that one dry? Yep. Put our needle through it. Make a bit of a hole. Poke these wires through the hole. Now this wire is coming apart. Really? Why must you? Just gonna make the hole a little bigger is all. Nope, it won't go through. Oh, there we go. Come on. See, I told you if you came to a stream, you'd realize I'm not that much of a genius. I make mistakes. This is really frustrating. It's supposed to go better than this. Come on. There we go, thank you. And then we're going to put some glue under here and line it up to where we want it to go. And my glue is stuck with a glob of glue. There. No glue was coming out. Jeepers. Can anything else give me a hard time? And we'll turn it to where we want it. And one more layer to go. No such thing as mistakes in crafting, just happy little accidents. Oh, I know, we talked about that earlier today in Ash's stream. But when things aren't going properly, like where you're trying to get something to go in a hole and it won't, that's just frustration. Oh, you know what, I got like all flustered and forgot to curl these leaves or these petals. I wonder if we still can. Oh goodness. Okay. Happy little accident. Just a happy little accident. And that makes a really big difference too, because like look at the way I tried to curl this with my hand, but like look at how blah that is. It's not even gonna work with that. But this is looking nice. I would have rather have this blended a little more, but I can live with it. And just curl these petals as they are, already glued up together. Curl them nice. And I think I will not stream until I get my proper setup. It's no fun for you guys to, she's here, she's not, she's here, she's not. This is like so relaxing though, to just like push into the paper and curl it. You all have to try it. Oh, I was telling, I don't think you were here, Mom, when I was telling people. I don't know what to call him. My son made for his girlfriend. You know, the bigger son. He made a metal rose for his girlfriend. He welded it and folded the petals and stuff. I don't know how he did it, but he made her a beautiful metal rose for Valentine's Day. I'll have to send you a pic. Yay, you came back! So with all of the excitement of the stream, stream cutting in and out and in and out, I forgot to curl the flowers on, or the petals on this part of the flower. So that's what we're doing. We're fixing, as everyone says, and my mom said again today, happy little accidents. So this is the last petal we have to curl up. We've got part of the flower assembled already. Oh, he sent you a picture of the rose? It is beautiful. I love it. He's got talent. When he told me he was making that rose, I thought, whoa, that's a big project. And he did really, really well at it. Looks really nice. Like, I actually didn't expect, I knew he was going to weld metal together, but I didn't think he would be able to bend it and shape the petals and stuff. I really have to get somewhere to post it to show everybody, because it's worth showing off. Like, paper flowers are easy to make. Metal flowers, oh my goodness. He must take after his mama and his nana. All my kids have wonderful talents. I don't know where they got it. I don't know. The youngest one painted Ship and I in our Minecraft outfits, like our Minecraft characters. She did a really good job with that too. There's only one of the 6 that aren't very artsy-fartsy. He's not into crafts very much. Put some glue in there. These ones aren't as curled as the first ones I made, but we can work that. So there it is, the last step that I did on the other ones was I put glue. And I know I put white glue because I have pictures of the flowers before it dried. I thought I used the glue gun, but I do remember I used the white. Filled it all in. And then I actually hung them upside down on my fridge to dry. Is how I got them to stand up straight. So that's going to be our final product, really. They'll be standing a little bit better once the glue dries. But that's our flower. I really wish I had to work the petals a little more to make it a little more curly, but I'm not mad at that. I can work them a little bit more once this glue is dried. And then once it's dried, so I'm going to hang this upside down overnight to dry. And then once it's dried, we'll take one of these. There we go. We'll take one of these sticks here. And I'll take the wire and wrap it around like I did on this one. And then I'll take the floral tape and floral tape it so that we don't see it. And what I'm going to do too, I was having a hard time with my brother today, so I couldn't, not my real brother, my brother Scan and Cut. I couldn't cut out the leaves, so I'm going to take some time and make leaves, and then we'll put the leaves on these flowers too. Maybe I'll do it on stream. When I get my webcam, maybe that's what we'll do, is we'll finish off these flowers. Maybe make a nice little bouquet. So I guess I won't be giving these away tomorrow, because there's no these, there's only one. So yeah, and I'm gonna play with the petals a little bit more and round them up. So I think that was fairly successful for my first time in 2 years to make these flowers. Thanks for everyone who stuck around and kept coming back even though I kept going down. And I've got enough to make 7 more flowers, so maybe I'll go live again some point once my setup is much better and more reliable. And we can sit and chat, and you guys can each pick a color, and I'll make a flower specifically for you with your colors in mind. You must have missed that part. Who are they going to? Oh, I thought I could make like 2 or 3, and I thought I would give one to, tomorrow I'm at my school with 2 principals, so I thought I would give them each one for Valentine's Day. But that's okay. I don't need to give them, I have chocolates. I can give them each a chocolate. And I have chocolates for the students, so I think that's what we'll do. And we'll keep the flowers. I enjoy having like these flowers. It was nice when we went to visit you that one day and I was able to tell the kids, okay, everybody go down and grab a flower for Nana. So, I don't know, Ash Tree Lee, I don't know if you're still here or if you're streaming. Do you know anyone crafty that's online? Because I don't have any crafters online right now. And if not, I think what I'll do is, yeah, so if I don't have a suggestion for a crafting person, because I have a few, but they don't seem to stream at this time of night, and none of them are on. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to raid out to my friend Burke, who plays on the First Craft SMP with me, plays Minecraft. And yeah, we'll go visit him, and that's what we will do. I know from paper crafts to Minecraft is a little bit different, but I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we will go see Burke, and I'm going to ask, especially Mom, because you're new, I'm going to ask you to stick around, Mom. What we're going to do is, it's automatically, because you're new to Twitch, you're brand new to Twitch, you don't really know how it works. So when I hit this send, you're going to leave me and we're all going to go over to him together. And what you're going to do when you get there is you're going to type this. Oh, come on. Supremedoom in the craft room. Oh, I can't type. Supremedoom in the craft room. Bringing glitter to your stream. Okay, so you're going to type that. When you get there, you're going to type Supremedoom in the craft room, bringing glitter to your stream. Oh, and add the word raid in there. I forgot the word raid. All right, Mama? And everyone else, thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to see, I'd like to see who's here, who stuck it out with me. So Satan's here, Asha P, Ashtray Lee, Chizaki, Elric, Erica, have this, Jesse's still here, Mama Supreme, Shy Puff, Kexips. So thank you so much for sticking it out with me, even though we had so many technical difficulties. And we're heading over to Burke in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you there.
Transport mob. She was the mob transport specialist. Still waiting on your panda. Hey, Supreme raided. Welcome in, Supreme. Thank you so much for the raid.